It can be any mix. It can be a Birkin and a Kelly, or two Birkins or two Kellys. Or if you didn't know this, certain exotic bags will also count as a quota bag. So hello my friends, today we're doing another luxury Q&A discussing your Hermes questions and dilemmas. So if you don't feel like you have enough like-minded people around you who you can geek out with about Hermes, well, that's what I'm here for. So if you'd like to hear my thoughts and experience on topics such as your Hermes purchase history, the spending requirements for you to qualify for a Birkin or Kelly in 2022, and more, then please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and keep on watching. I know I'm stating the obvious here, but I'm clearly back to having brown hair, which I just wanted to clarify really quick in case you're wondering, was this video pre-filmed? Are you filming this in real time? Which I am. I'm filming it pretty much as you're seeing it, but I did go back to having this sort of more, I would call it a tea leaf hair color, which I'm just doing until I'm able to figure out what color I want to do next and to give my hair a break from bleaching it. So yes, I'm back to having brown hair, which is probably not going to last long, but in case you see me with this darker hair color, don't be surprised, that's what's going on. But without further ado, let's jump into your questions, because as always we have some incredible questions to go through. And if you send me your questions, just know that I appreciate you. But if you did not and would like to in the future, make sure you follow me on Instagram. And without further ado, I'm just going to start picking random questions as we always do. And the first one that caught my eye is this one, which is that are Kelly 35s produced in Epsom Cellier? Which the answer is yes. Kelly bags do come both in Cellier and Retorn structures, at least most of them. There are a few exceptions like the Kelly 22, which you only find in a Cellier structure, even though in the past the original Kelly 20 was available in both a Retorn and the Cellier structure. These days you only find it in Cellier. Certain exceptional bags you only find in either Retorn or a Cellier structure, but if you're just looking for a Kelly 35 in Epsom, that should be around in Cellier structure. But do keep in mind that Cellier bags in larger sizes tend to look much bigger than their Retorn counterparts would. So it is going to look and feel like a large bag, but if that's what you're looking for, a Kelly 35 Epsom Cellier should definitely be around. Which color is the best beside black? Which is the perfect question, because I have the tendency to go on and on about how much I love black, and even though, don't get me wrong, it is still my most favorite color. If anyone, Hermes sure knows how to blend a beautiful shade. And other than black, I would say that my most favorite color from Hermes that I have ever seen and bought into would probably have to be Grease Asphalt, which was a seasonal color, so it's not always offered. But for the current season, they introduced a new shade of gray, which is Grease Meyer, which isn't really comparable to Grease Asphalt. Grease Meyer is a lot more cool toned and it's also a little darker. Nevertheless, it's an incredible shade. Chai is also a new color that I'm loving. It's kind of an alternative to gold if you'd like to buy a color that's kind of a neutral but could also pass for a pop-off color. Chai is the perfect color because it does look like a neutral, but there is a hint of orange to it, which makes it just the perfect shade. Blue Royale is also a new color if you're looking for a true royal blue. So any one of those colors, I don't think you could go wrong with. But my favorite colors would have to be the classics. So black, gold, and maybe Grease Asphalt would be at... I'm going back and forth between gold or Grease Asphalt. I would probably say that Grease Asphalt is number 2 and then gold is number 3. But some of the seasonal colors are definitely shades that have been on my mind. How often should I visit my Hermes advisor to keep relationships? Great question, but I would have to say that there really isn't a strategy to it, at least not for me. I would say that you should go to Hermes as often as you go to any other store. Whenever you have something to pick up, to look at, Or if you just want to go shopping, go for a browse and see what's new, that's when I would go and visit your local store. I really wouldn't try to overthink it and think about going once a month or once a week. Unless you really have something to buy each and every single time, I think it would be just a waste of everyone's time. You don't have to be there every single week to maintain a great relationship. Just go whenever you go to any other store and don't overthink it. There really isn't, at least when it comes to me, I don't have a strategy, I don't have a long-term plan on how often I go. I go whenever I have something to pick up, to look at, or if I've been called to place an order for something or something that I had been looking for come in. That's when I usually stop by. I wouldn't really overthink it, so just go whenever you go to any other store. Do H.com orders placed by your advisor for you count towards your spending profile? And thankfully, they do. That's why I always say that one of the biggest mistakes that you can make when it comes to Hermes is to shop online without your advisor being there, because whether they transfer something for you from another store or from the web store, it is something that will count towards your purchase history and will definitely help you to boost your sort of Hermes purchase history. So I would say that yes, as long as it was placed by your advisor on your behalf, you should be perfectly fine to go. So I would say don't buy anything Hermes online if you would like to build a long-term relationship with the brand. Now, I'm not saying that if you find something that is extremely limited, difficult to come by, for you to not get it. I think even your advisor would tell you that if you see especially a leather piece or a bag pop up on the website, jump on it as fast as you can. But if it's something that you know is going to be around for a while, go into your local boutique, see if they have it in stock, and if they don't, ask if it's something that could be transferred for you from another store or from the web store, because all of those purchases will count towards your purchase history. Which one is better if you have to choose one between Cartier or Hermes bracelets? That's an easy answer. For me, it is Hermes. I find that Hermes's jewelry is way more underrated and understated than Cartier's. You definitely don't see nearly as much of it out there as you do with Cartier pieces, and for the price, the quality, the craftsmanship, the unique mechanisms, I think you get a lot more bang for your buck when it comes to Hermes pieces. Some of my favorites are the Kelly chain bracelet, which I have been incredibly happy with, and it's one of actually the most complimented pieces that I own. Every time I post a picture of it, every time it's in a video, it's the piece that gets the most attention and love. And the same goes for this piece in person. So I would say the Kelly chain bracelet is one that you cannot go wrong with. The Kelly Gourmet would also be a great style to check out if you're looking for a more sort of statement piece, because as I'm seeing, you're looking for a bracelet. So any of the Kelly pieces that are quite iconic to Hermes are beautiful. Shandong pieces are also stunning. So you have plenty of incredible designs to choose from. But when it comes to the comparison between Cartier and Hermes, there's really no comparison. It's an easy answer. I would go for Hermes. What do you think of Bavarian bags? I've always said this, but my most favorite heritage leather is Bavarian. Even though Bavarian you won't see that much of these days, you'll more often find Bavarian Faubourg over Bavarian, which is sort of the upgraded or updated version of the original skin, and they do share quite a few characteristics. Some of them being is that they're both incredibly soft and supple leathers, while also being hard wearing. They're robust, but they're incredibly soft. They do have this sort of waxy finish to them, which some people will enjoy, others won't. Bavarian Faubourg and Bavarian are known for having an incredibly strong scent. And one thing that you also have to be fine with is that Bavarian will develop quite a bit of patina, which basically means that the places that are exposed to sunlight, the places that you touch on the bag the most, will slowly but surely start changing color, texture, and even finish. Because when it comes to Bavarian, it comes hand in hand with this thing called patina. Most heritage skins do, but Bavarian especially, so you just have to be prepared for the patina and for the back to become softer and softer over time. But when it comes to heritage skins, Bavarian is definitely my most favorite. Do you like the new bags for fall? Some of them I love, others not so much, and I'll definitely do a deep dive review on the fall winter runway bags. But I want to wait just a little bit longer to see if I can get more insights on at least the names of the bags, which bags come with a shoulder strap, which ones don't, the ones that do, how long is the shoulder strap, which ones have a pocket on the outside, which ones don't, when are they going to be available, what leathers are they going to be available in. So I want to bring you as much information as I possibly can, and also get at least a couple more shots of each bag. But it's definitely something that I'm working on. But if I had to choose my stand-up piece, it would be the Kelly wallet with the shorter, thicker leather strap, just because I am such a big fan of the Kelly wallet. I'm so glad it's getting more and more attention each season. So that was definitely a stand-up piece to me. And then there were some bags that looked beautiful on the runway, but I know for a fact would look incredibly awkward and would be unbelievably annoying in real life. So stay tuned, there is a review coming, and it's going to be a mixed bag of literally different bags. How many quota bags can we get a year from Hermes? And the answer is 2. You can always get 2 bags from Hermes, which doesn't guarantee that you'll get 2 bags, but if you get offered 2 bags that you both love, you are able to take 2 of them home. And the only loophole is really getting a special order bag. If your special order bag comes in after you have already received your 2 bags, usually most stores will allow you to take your special order bag home too. Although I have heard that recently store managers and directors made their clients wait to get their special order bag until the new year, just because stock has been so sparse. I don't think that happens often, but it's possible. But technically you're able to buy 2 bags. It can be any mix. It can be a Birkin and a Kelly, or 2 Birkins or 2 Kellys. Or if you didn't know this, certain exotic bags will also count as a quota bag. So a Kelly pochette isn't a quota bag, but if you wanted to get a Kelly pochette in exotic skin, it would be considered a quota bag. The same goes for the Constance. A Constance isn't a quota bag, but if you buy it in exotic skin, certain stores will consider it as one of your quota bags. So the answer will be to make sure that you pay attention to the fine print, which there isn't a fine print. Just make sure that you're open to discussing these details with your advisor, because they are the true experts on not only the topic, but also your home store and their individual policies. But yes, technically you're able to get 2 bags, either a Birkin, a Kelly, or an exotic bag, and you can mix and match as you please. And your only loophole would be to get a special order bag. How to ask your SA for a bag, which I completely understand. It's an incredibly intimidating experience asking for a bag, and it is a big decision to make.